So I wanted to tell you something.
Me too.
So if you think rings are just for showing love or proposing your loved ones, think again. Because this ring can track your heart rate, monitor your sleep, count your steps and still look stylish enough for a proposal. So I've been testing the FITTR Hart Ring for almost a week now, and honestly, this is smarter than most of the smartwatches available in the market. And I wasn't expecting much from an Indian brand trying to compete with big international players, but this ring has surprised me in some really good ways and disappointed me in others. And if you're someone who's confused between a smartwatch or a smart ring, this video will help you make a decision. But first, let me show you what you actually get in the box. Now the first thing that caught my eye is the charging case, and I'm not kidding, it seems like an AirPod at first. Same white, rounded design with a similar size. I literally had my friend asking if I got a new pair of AirPods. Now FITTR definitely took some inspiration from Apple's playbook here, but honestly it just works. The case feels premium, fits easily in my pocket, and the familiar design just feels right. And inside there's the ring with the charging mechanism. Now once you get past the AirPods confusion, here's what I actually thought about the ring itself. Now the ring shocked me with the build quality, because this does not feel like a budget device at all. The matte finish is really nice and I've got no scratches so far. I have the gunmetal black color which looks super premium at this price point. Now the sizing kit they send you is genius at first. Seriously, why does not everybody do this? You get plastic rings to test the fit, and once you find your size, they send you the actual ring. No guessing, no returns, just smart work. Now looking good is one thing, but how does it actually feel to wear it every day? And this is where the ring really shines. It's so comfortable that I actually slept with it every night. Something I couldn't do with other smartwatches I've tried. I wore it on my index finger, and after 2 weeks, I honestly forgot it's there most of the time. You get no irritation, no weird time lines, nothing. And speaking of wearing it all the time, let me tell you about something that actually matters, which is the battery life. Now they claim that the ring can go up to 8 days without charging, and I'm getting pretty close to that, usually around 7 days without heavy use, and that's genuinely impressive. And the charging is simple, with just a magnetic dock it takes about an hour to go from dead to full. And compare that to smartwatches that need charging every other day, this is a game-changing feature if you want something that just works without having to worry about charging. So it's comfortable and lasts forever, but what about the actual health stuff? Now the sleep tracking on this ring is actually quite detailed. It breaks down your REM, deep sleep, light sleep and all that stuff. And the quality of life score in the morning is pretty motivating, even if it's just a number. Now heart rate tracking during workout is solid and it's surprisingly accurate for a ring this size. But here's where things get a little frustrating. The workout modes are pretty basic and you have to manually start tracking each of them in the app. And there aren't many activity types. So if you're into CrossFit or any other specific sports, you will be disappointed. And since we're talking about the app, let me give you the real story. Now the FITTR app looks modern, the animations are quite smooth and everything is easy to find. But sometimes it feels just too simple. Like I want more data, more trends and more insights. It's great for beginners, but if you're a fitness geek, you might want more depth after using it. Now after weeks of testing, here's what I actually found useful versus what's just fancy marketing. Now the sleep insights help me track my sleep, the step counting is pretty accurate and the heart rate variability for recovery is quite helpful. And the skin temperature monitoring, honestly I have no idea what to do with that data, but it's there. Alright, everything is not rainbows and sunshines with this ring. Let's talk about the real issues here. Look, it's not perfect. Sometimes the app takes forever to sync, steps counting can get weird if you're driving on bumpy roads, it thinks you're walking. And while the health tracking is good, it's not medical grade. And don't expect it to replace the actual health monitoring if you have real conditions. And the biggest thing, you do not get notifications. This is purely a health tracker. Now some people will definitely love the focus, whereas others will miss the smartwatch features. So with all these pros and cons, let's talk about money. And at a price of 19,499, this is way cheaper than the Samsung Galaxy Ring or the Oura Ring. And for what you get, a solid build, week-long battery, decent tracking, and that's actually pretty fair. Plus no monthly subscription fees, you just have to buy it once and use it forever. And in a world where everything needs a subscription, that's quite refreshing. But should you actually buy this thing? Look, if you want a health tracker that you can literally forget about, this is it. And if you're tired of charging devices each and every day, this ring solves the issue. And if you want more detailed sleep insights without wearing a bulky watch to bed, this definitely works. But if you need extensive workout tracking, smart notifications, or super deep insights, you might want to look elsewhere. So here's my final verdict after using this ring for almost a week. Look, this thing genuinely impressed me. It's just a solid, comfortable health tracker that does the basics quite well. Is it perfect? No. But for the price and the focus on what actually matters for most people, it's a strong option. Especially if you want to support an Indian brand that's actually making quality stuff. So at the start of the video, I told you whether you should be buying a ring over a smartwatch. Now look, smartwatches are like mini smartphones on your wrist, whereas a smart ring is a health device that works silently 24/7. And most people think they need all the smart features, but honestly, after testing both, I find myself just checking the health data most of the time. But if you're someone who actually wants a smartphone replacement, go for a smartwatch. But if you're someone who wants to understand your body better without any fuss, go for the smart ring. So what will you choose, a smartwatch or a smart ring? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if this video helped you take a decision, hit that subscribe button because I break down these tech decisions so you don't have to. See you in the next one.